Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today's crypto project in focus is Uniswap, which according to its website is a decentralized trading protocol, or is one of these decentralized exchanges often referred to as a DEX. It is currently 12th based on circulating market cap. Now before continuing, a quick summary of what is in store for today's video. So I'll give you a quick recap of the historical price data. I'll talk more about Uniswap, its native token UNI, and their use cases, some relevant news and partnerships, ways to access or store and purchase your UNI tokens, two price analyses, we're focusing on one in particular, and a general market update. Now this must be said, none of this information is financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. So if we look at some of the relevant statistics courtesy of Live Coin Watch, for those not looking at the screen, it is currently $15.42, just off its all-time high of $15.74, which was achieved earlier today. An incredible run up over the past year, or we can see huge growth. In recent weeks, the price has gone absolutely ballistic. For most of the time, it was below $3 to $4 per UNI. Now that it's in the teens, let's see for how long it can actually hold this and possibly get beyond $20 and continuing to grow. We'll see what happens. I'll talk more about this price information in my price analysis, but going back to the project, the key purpose of Uniswap, according to its website, the Uniswap protocol empowers developers, liquidity providers, and traders to participate in a financial marketplace that is universally accessible and open to everyone. Now, to give you a better understanding of what the project involves, I recommend going through the white paper. So in a nutshell, this is a blueprint of what the project entails, and it usually covers its native crypto as well. So I just want to touch on a couple of things from this. And it's a major problem that Uniswap is aiming to solve, or seems to have done so, an issue that has plagued many exchanges, whether they be decentralized or centralized. So it gives a brief spiel of Uniswap version 1, but focusing on the latest one, which is V2. So in regards to trading certain cryptos, reading this verbatim, most significantly, it enables the creation of arbitrary ERC20 to ERC20 pairs rather than supporting only pairs between ERC20 and Ethereum. So one point in regards to that, the two benefits. When you have a direct pair between two ERC20 tokens, for example, you could have Link and Aave. So just to backtrack, for those who are not familiar with the terminology, an ERC20 token in simple terms is one that is run on the Ethereum blockchain. There's a full list there via eDo, but focusing on the white paper, the reason why this is significant as well, due to the vast range of ERC20 tokens available, it opens up a countless amount of trading pairs between various or especially lesser known tokens. This not only makes it faster for traders or for anyone just converting between the two, it should make it cheaper because you're not having to go via Ethereum every time to then go into the desired ERC20 token and pay two fees as opposed to doing it in one go. This also makes reference to these things called flash swaps in air quotes, where users can receive assets freely and use them elsewhere on the chain, only paying for or returning those assets at the end of the transaction. And these are just two of the various features of Uniswap, or specifically V2, available here in its white paper. Some recommended reading there. But returning to the website, for some reason the app is not working in Brave browser, thus I'm using Firefox, just as a side note in case you're having a similar issue. Anyhow, so this is how it looks with first impressions here. Fairly sleek and user friendly, so we have Ethereum and the vast range of ERC20 tokens there, and I'd imagine a growing list as time progresses. The wonderful thing about many DEXs, you can connect a few different wallets. Over time, we should have Ledger and Trezor listed here and some other major hardware wallets. It is still early days without having to go via a centralized exchange. There are other aspects of Uniswap listed here, so Pool, Uni, Vote as part of its Uniswap governance, and then Charts. In regards to the project's token, which is UNI, I'm just going to scroll down to give you an idea of how the token is utilized for the Uniswap protocol. It says, in the meantime, UNI holders will have immediate ownership of Uniswap governance, UNI community treasury, the protocol fee switch, which, as mentioned in the white paper, it's something you can turn on and off accordingly. So there's further info there. The Uniswap.eth ENS name, default list, and these liquidity tokens called SOCs. Most of this covers the schedule of the UNI tokens being released into the ecosystem, how they've been allocated, which also covers inflation, and I'll allude to that later in the video for the price analysis. Another key feature here of Uniswap is in the form of token lists. So it says an Ethereum token list standard. It's a community-led initiative to improve discoverability, reputation, and trust in ERC20 token lists in a manner that is inclusive, transparent, and decentralized. So these relate to various exchanges and decentralized marketplaces. In regards to other ways of using your UNI tokens, for those not looking at the screen, I'm at Aave's official website. There are Aave and Uniswap marketplaces which allow people to borrow or loan various cryptos. These rates do change every day or on a frequent basis. That is one potential use case of Uniswap if that's something you're interested in. Again, not financial advice. So moving on to some related Uniswap news, there is a lot of excitement in regards to this upcoming V3. So this article from Crypto Potato gives you some insight into that. It also discusses the huge amounts of volume passing through the protocol, just a few key aspects of this, some fascinating insight from the protocol founder, Hayden Adams. And I do quote, "It looks like Uniswap protocol passed $50 billion in all-time volume last week. This is split across 26,000 unique trading pairs. Just need to do this 19 more times to hit $1 trillion. End quote. And that's the official tweet there. But back to the article. In an earlier tweet, Adams said there was a $420,000 per day spent on gas trading in Uniswap, which puts it on pace for $150 million per year just in gas fees. That's an enormous amount. Although, look, that's a vast amount of liquidity flowing through the space as well. But I will say, just adding on to this, he commented that $1 trillion may not be out of the question and held a mini poll to see when readers would think this may happen. Almost half of the 1,200 respondents thought Uniswap would hit $1 trillion in cumulative volume in 2021. Well, before I talk about V3, just a couple of things here. Firstly, an issue that has plagued not just Ethereum, but various ERC20 tokens, it's the exorbitant fees that are being charged. And this is often expressed as the gas price. So there's an article talking about this from CoinGeek, the ridiculously high cost of gas on Ethereum. Whilst Uniswap would have their own fees, as a reasonable fee, according to their website, 0.3%, the reason why I'm still mentioning the exorbitant Ethereum fees is that at some point you'll still need to deposit funds into a wallet or withdraw them, and depending on how often you do it, for Ethereum or an ERC20 token, this can all add up. It is relevant nevertheless. They're offering a modest fee as part of token swaps. If I return to the Crypto Potato article, as per the $1 trillion claim, well, it's always important to factor in the competition, and despite Uniswap accounting for nearly half of the market share or based on trading volume, SushiSwap is catching up. There's a separate article discussing that. You have others listed here, so there's Curve and 0x, Balancer, Kyber Network, Synthetics, Bancor Network. These are some other major cryptos that are potential threats. The $1 trillion volume is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I say we have to be pragmatic as well. But moving on, so Uniswap V3, the third iteration of the popular DEX, has already appeared on GitHub in late September, but it has yet to be deployed to the masses. Some of the key features listed here are dynamic trading fees, the ability to create trading pairs without having both sides of the market, and very low slippage tolerance levels. Just to clarify the last part there, it relates to the maximum movement of a price up or down. You can then indicate exactly what amount of price movement you're willing to tolerate. Some further details there. It also talks about the total value locked in DeFi. There was another feature of Uniswap that I forgot to mention earlier, and it's mentioned here at Crypto Briefing. It discusses the Uniswap Grants Program, or the UPG, saying the first Uniswap governance proposal to have met quorum. It will initially start as a grassroots program by sponsoring hackathons and other events. The program will have a budget of $750,000 each quarter. I think sponsoring these events and hackathons, it will boost the PR and exposure for Uniswap. They could possibly drive more traffic and volume to their protocol. More information in that article. Just touching on a few of these. Another one from Crypto Briefing, it says Uniswap hits $20 billion in monthly volume, IA's new record. If I scroll down, there was an interesting statistic that I came across here. This is once again from Hayden Adams. He stated that since the inception of Uniswap V2, the protocol has seen a trading pair get deployed every 12 minutes. This is approximately 115 new trading pairs per day for the last 249 days. And that's the wonderful thing when you've got this plethora of ERC20 tokens, all of these potential trading combinations across these different cryptos. Before I continue with the news, something I would like to point out, I recommend keeping up to date with these statistics relating to DeFi or decentralized exchanges in particular, just to have a clear ongoing understanding of how Uniswap is comparing to the competitors, to whether it's worth investing in other cryptos as well, or DeFi related crypto assets. At the end of the day, it won't just be Uniswap succeeding. There will be several other players that will do very well in this overall space. You should always stay informed with what's happening with the competition. So I'll leave it at that with the news. I'll include more links in the description. Moving on to ways of accessing or storing a crypto and purchasing it, just beginning with a list of wallets available via the Uniswap website. So as a summary, we have MetaMask, Wallet Connect, Coinbase Wallet, Fortmatic, and Portus. If we go to hardware wallets, two of the most popular ones are Ledger and Trezor. So starting with the former, if I type in Uniswap, it's supported via the Ledger wallet to safely access the crypto using Ledger Live, its in-house app, My Ether wallet, which has connectivity with Ethereum and all ERC20 tokens, and there is My Crypto, another supported wallet. If I go to Trezor and look at their supported list of cryptos, Uniswap, or according to this at the time of recording the video, it is coming soon. So I'm glad they've actually acknowledged this. There have been instances with other cryptos they don't even give any indication of when, how soon, who knows, perhaps within the next couple of months. Just my thoughts, it's not the official word. An alternative to the previous two is KeepKey. So this is affiliated with Shapeshift, and that's you can see the device there. If I look at the list of supported crypto assets, Uniswap is available, as we can see in the list of ERC20 tokens. There is one more wallet that comes to mind, Bitbox2 by Shift Cryptos. It's a Swiss-made open source wallet. From what I read, it supports Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and ERC20 tokens. So as Uniswap falls into the latter, you should be able to access your crypto using this wallet or store the private keys. But of course, do double check. And as a quick side note, none of this is paid advertising. Just to clarify, if I look at some other wallets, so mobile and desktop options, Exodus is a very popular choice. It supports Uniswap. Trust Wallet is another one that comes to mind. According to its website, it's saying more than 160,000 assets supported. Just whether you can access your Uniswap through the wallet. I couldn't find it specifically listed here, but you'd imagine that as it's an ERC20 token and they've got the claim of all of these supported assets, it is possible, but of course do double check. Just a few websites here covering their input about how to store or access your Uni tokens. So there's this piece from CoinFunder. There is a Medium blog piece via CoinMonks, the best wallet for Uniswap, and this website SourceForge, crypto wallets integrations with Uniswap. Before I do my price analysis, where you can purchase your Uni tokens, so the various exchanges listed here via Coin Paprika, the top 5 in order, we have Coinbase or Coinbean, or however you pronounce that, Binance, with assorted fiat pairs, OKEX, Huobi, and Coinbase Pro. Just adding to the last one, it's also available on the regular Coinbase, so for retail investors too. According to this, 33 exchanges and markets via the websites. Now that's all been said, let's go to the price analysis. If you've just joined the video from this section and you want to support this or the channel, like, subscribe, and share the video to get the word out there. Before I discuss the price targets here, this information is from Live CoinWatch. So today's price is $15.48 with a circulating market cap of about 4.4 billion US dollars. The circulating supply of 283 million Uni, and there'll be a total of 1 billion Uni. This is until September 2024, where there will be an inflation rate of 2% per annum from that point onwards. And here is the source. It's returning to this blog piece from Uniswap titled Introducing Uni. So it goes into full details. So specifically in regards to the allocation of tokens or the 4-year release schedule, for those not looking at the screen, the majority of these tokens will be assigned to the community, so the general public, some of these being allocated to the Uniswap team, investors, and advisors. By the time we get to September 2024, about half of the tokens of over 500 million Uni tokens will be available to the general community. And if I scroll back up, where I got the specific 2% figure, for those not looking at the screen, it says a perpetual inflation rate of 2% per year will start after 4 years, ensuring continued participation and contribution to Uniswap at the expense of passive Uni holders. It's clever they've designed this system so that they're getting people constantly engaged or using the token. It's an incentive or a disincentive otherwise. Let's jump into the price targets. The first one we have is $80 per uni. So based on the circulating supply of 500 million uni, that would be $40 billion in a circulating market cap. Now, assuming, and I will include this for the first two targets, imagining that this will be hit before the 500 million figure. So what I've done, if you take the same target at 350 million in circulating supply, that would be $28 billion all up, just under 7x from where we are now, or based on the circulating market cap. And for each of these, I'll give you my thoughts about how realistic these targets are. Now, for the first targets in each of my videos, it's usually the most plausible figure, as these are closest to the current prices or at the time of making these videos. You look at the growth of the space, I would say that's fairly straightforward, especially in recent years. I don't see ERC20 tokens going away, not in the near future at least. There's a lot being offered. I don't give timeframes anymore for various reasons, but moving on to the next target, $200 per uni. This would result in a $100 billion circulating market cap for the $500 million uni token figure. For this next one, if I run the alternate scenario of $200 per token at 350 million in circulating supply, that would be $70 billion. If I had to make a guess, I think there'd be something closer to this lower circulating supply. Just my thoughts, as always, not financial advice. Now for this, we would be a lot more reliant on more exchanges listing the crypto, more partnerships being formed as well. So I wouldn't just expect $200 per uni purely based on a market-wide bull run. I mean, look, it's always possible, of course. They've got this partnership with Aave, which I imagine will remain mutually beneficial for years to come. Assuming that DeFi remains relevant, which I think it will as people seek alternatives to the current system, I will imagine though that at some point a lot of these players, if I go back to the DeFi Pulse website, some of them will lose market share or become defunct, possibly. I think the whole situation with GameStop, what's happening with Wall Street bets and all of that, as I mentioned with the Forbes article, there could be a push potentially for more decentralized and censorship-resistant trading. As a result, I see this only being beneficial for decentralized exchanges, DeFi, and several crypto projects across the crypto space. Anyway, returning to the price targets, the next one on the list is $500 per uni. Based on the above mentioned circulating supply, that would be $250 billion in circulating market cap. This is a huge amount of money being thrown into not just the crypto space in general, which would already be noteworthy, but this is specifically one cryptocurrency. When you consider that we have Ethereum, which is not far from its all-time high, its market cap at present is about $150 billion. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is at roughly $625 billion. Another thing I should say as well, perhaps I should have acknowledged this earlier, but with Uniswap, some people may consider the value of each token not just based on the circulating market cap, but also could it be better to use the value of cryptos, considering the huge volumes of money being transferred or transacted through this marketplace, and using that as a way to determine the token's value, as some people do with XRP, looking at the current value of global money transfer markets, deriving price targets from those. Again, that's a different topic for discussion, but another possibility when people make their own price targets in terms of UNI token. But let me know what you think in regards to that. The last target on the list is $1,000 per uni, a $500 billion circulating market cap. At this point, you would need to factor in the competition. How likely is it that Uniswap will remain dominant out of the numerous DeFi projects in circulation? Now, this is always very difficult to ascertain this far in advance whether we could hit a $1,000 price target or not. It could be an alternative to DEXs at that point, perhaps atomic swaps. It's possible there would be a superior marketplace to Uniswap. There could end up being a dominant crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum being used around the world that bypasses the need to constantly use DEXs. This is a very ambitious target, especially from where we are now. Another thing as well, this is the circulating supply of 500 million tokens. It's possible this target won't be achieved until somewhere beyond this, based on what I showed you earlier from the Uniswap website. So that's the end of the main price analysis, but what I've done, I've included some supplementary material just skimming through this one. So what it is, it's to look at these prices from a different angle. One of you previously suggested to me, why don't we consider looking at the price of a crypto relative to Bitcoin? And yes, there is still fiat involved, but for this, I have various amounts in US dollars. How many UNI tokens and how much Bitcoin could you purchase with these amounts as well? The potential future value of these at price targets for Bitcoin. I will say, as Bitcoin's price has increased considerably, I will also increase these targets in future videos, just as some extra food for thought. That's a wrap for the price analysis, and a quick market update courtesy of Coin Paprika. Just giving you an updated version, as I know I've been missing in action for a few days. So just to inform you, the time is currently 11:18 AM UTC on Monday the 8th of February 2021. So focusing on some of the biggest winners and losers over the past 7 days. Elrond, UMA, 0x, Avalanche, Luna, and Matic Network, they are all up more than 100%. Actually, Elrond beyond 200% over the past 7 days, and quite a few names there. Golem has been doing exceptionally well too, 95% up for the week. I would say the talk of the town this week, or probably over the past few weeks, is Dogecoin. As we know, Elon Musk pumping the famous meme coin, currently 7 cents. Let's see how high this can go. Cardano absolutely smashing it this week, up 92%. It is currently 67 cents. Its current all-time high, it's still at $1.20 or thereabouts. It will be some interesting weeks ahead. Cosmos, 79%. Aave, both the old and new tokens doing really well, 76% up. Looking at some of the biggest losses, just as a quick summary. XRP down 41%. If you go back a couple more weeks, it's picked up a little bit, but it's still a long way from its all-time high of about $3.60. GNY, 25% down. Like, overall, very few losers compared to the major wins that we've had over the past 7 days since the start of the year. I would say almost every crypto is up, or looking at the main ones, especially in the top 100. So plenty of momentum. The current overall, if we look at the market cap, it's just below 1.2 trillion US dollars. Absolutely insane. Nearly $200 billion worth of volume. To wrap up, looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few others. So Bitcoin, $39,300. Ethereum, $1,650. XRP, as I said, 42 cents. Polkadot doing really well today, $22. And it's picking up. It's gaining some momentum. Binance Coin also doing fairly well, $71. Litecoin, $150. Chainlink, $25. Stellar as well, 38 cents. I'm going to leave it at that. That is a lot of information. There is a lot happening in the crypto space, as we know. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my latest content. If you have something to say, or you just want to say g'day, leave your feedback in the comments section. I hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon. New videos coming shortly. Thank you, and see you later.